Bengals went on Tuesday. Passing, second down. Ochocinco has his first catch of the day and is wrestled down short of the first.
Back to the run defense for the Chiefs and how much it has struggled lately.
Saw the play, selection breakdown so far. Third and long. Palmer took time, throws. Ochocinco, intended receiver, incomplete at the 40. And punt time for the Bengals.
And there you go. I mean, that's
a 2-minute warning. Palmer. Shotgun. Pumping. Rolling. Throws. End zone. Touchdown. Chad Ochocinco. And he holds up the 1-5. Remembering number 15, Chris Henry.
Well, the Bengals have been very good at the last 2 minutes of both halves all season. Watch as Chad Ochocinco goes in, tries to run the fade to the corner, then plants his foot, comes back. Looks like he almost steps out of bounds there. And if he did, that's an illegal play. Yeah, and they're going to review this. Yeah, a moment ago, Chad Johnson working against Brandon Flowers. The play broke down. Carson Palmer extended it, and Chad Johnson broke his route off to the sidelines. Before he made the good touchdown catch, he stepped to the back of the end zone, and right there is out of bounds. Right there, that is illegal. He cannot come in. He can't come back in bounds and catch a pass now, which, of course, as we know, he just did, and they gave him the touchdown. So this play, after a further review, will be reversed. And it will be 3rd and 6 from the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line for the Bengals. It becomes an incomplete pass, although there may be yardage attached to it as well. We'll hear from Ed Hockley.
The receiver, number 85, stepped out of the back of the end zone before catching the pass. It's therefore illegal touching by number 85, which is a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Let's see. It's a regular penalty, so they keep the down but lose the yardage, which is a good thing for the Bengals. It kind of gives them more room. You see there, as we saw it, he stepped out of bounds, and that's actually the best way for the Bengals to get back in this. Now it'll be 2nd and 11 instead of 3rd and 6, hopefully for the Bengals.
Second down. Palmer throws. Ochocinco grabs it. And he's hit by Flowers right away. Forward progress inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Gain of 5. Steve, I want to know your thoughts on what the Bengals coaching staff would have said. What sort of things would they address based on that 3-3 first? Coach in motion on second down. Palmer throws. Ochocinco makes something happen after the catch. Tamba Ali finally grabs him from behind and stops forward progress. Good pickup for Cincinnati. Gain of 14, change move.
And there's a player down on the far side. As you see, Chad Johnson comes up, Flowers plants, and then that's the difference right there. That goes from an okay play into a pretty good play.
And Brandon Flowers, Steve, is the injured player for Kansas City.
And you know what happened? We spoke to him yesterday, and he said, yeah, my shoulder is bothering him. He's playing with it, and Todd Haley acknowledged it and said, our guys want to play with some pretty significant injuries. Now you see Chad Johnson, and he's one of the guys. Ochocinco.
There you go.
Then you see Todd Haley shaking his hand, thanks. And Chad is a good guy. I mean, you can say what you want about his antics and changing his name, but if you look at the injury that happened just a minute ago, it happened when Flowers reached out and tried to pull Ochocinco towards him, and his shoulder, I'm guessing, probably just wasn't up to it. He's got issues with both shoulders. You see there, his right shoulder is the one that's bothering him, and when he reached out and Ochocinco pulled out of his grasp, it hurt.
They've been matching up all day one-on-one. Lots of chatter, as Brandon told us last night, expecting plenty of trash talk. And Chad Ochocinco.
Two starting number 1 receivers there trying to get an earful in with the officials. You see they're reaching up under that shoulder pad trying to make sure that he's all right.
Flowers told us last night he has a torn right rotator cuff. may need surgery. He hopes not after the season.
Yeah, it's an option, though, and and that's certainly not going to help him any. But you see Chad Ochocinco going over and talking to him, and you know, almost to a man. Even his opponents really appreciate his humor. He never tries to show anybody up, never has any vindictive nature about the antics that he pulls, and I think guys around the league like him for that.
Interesting call to stop the clock before the warning would have come up anyway. So it's third down. Palmer, time, throws, end zone. Touchdown, Chad Ochocinco.
Well, and that's the reason, really, why you take the timeout. If you're Todd Haley, it gives you a chance now. It's 2:03 left, still have the 2-minute warning to go. And instead of wasting it and having a 2-minute warning already passed, now they have more time to get the football back.
So, Shane Graham has a PAT. 14-play, 98-yard drive, covering 7-18. We saw Chad Ochocinco with his 9th touchdown catch. The 1 of the 5 holding it up in honor of Chris Henry. Bengals playing their first home game after his passing today.
A big outside in slant, and that's a great route and really a great catch. The throw was outside and behind him. Palmer throws it where he can get it, and Flowers just can't close the gap. There's so much space out there with the formation and the way Chad ran his route. He went way outside, gained himself more room, and then put his foot in the ground, cut across the face of Flowers, and really that was the difference. Buying himself room at the front end of the route and giving Palmer more room to throw the ball in there at the end.
Tribute to Chris Henry, who passed away December 17th. He was laid to rest in a memorial service in New Orleans, his hometown. This week, the entire team took a charter jet down. So emotional for Chad Ochocinco. He and Chris were close. He said after last week's game in San Diego, it's kind of beyond the football, really playing for Chris Henry. Had a touchdown catch last week against the Chargers and one here today as his team tries to wrap up the division.